what he was going to tell me was too late. Bruce Lee was already dead on 20th of July 1973 when I was in Rome. 3 weeks before Bruce Lee died, and 2 weeks before he sent me to Rome, Italy, 6th of July 1973, he told me in his office, after he had terrible quarrel and argument with Raymond Chow and some of the staff over there, he said to me, "Little Joey," Bruce Lee called me Little Joey, "just in case something happened to me, if I die for any reason, pack your bag, leave Hong Kong, go back to Singapore, where you are safe there." So I said, "I don't know, I might be dead also." So he said, "Don't be stupid. You can do good thing in Thailand. Go and help the children there, the refugee children there." So I said, okay. So I did went there and went back to Thailand and helped for 10 years, built refugees home for the Karen, for the Mon from Myanmar. Sixth of July, 2 weeks before Bruce Lee died, 6th of July 1973, Bruce Lee had a lunch with me, and he told me, before he sent me to Rome, Italy, with King Hu, film director from Hong Kong, who was born in Beijing. Bruce Lee told me, he and I had lunch together, and I say, McDonald's, as usual, our usual joint, right? He said, no, go to a Chinese restaurant. I said, Bruce, why Chinese restaurant? Why not McDonald's? He said, no, when you go to Rome, you won't be able to eat Chinese restaurant. Yeah, and then he said, this could be our last meal together. I said, what do you mean? I might not see you again. I said, what do you mean by that? So he couldn't say anything. He couldn't tell me the truth, that he might die. So I called my boss before I went to at the airport. I called my boss at Kai Tak Airport. I called my boss and told him. But my boss couldn't pick up the call. He was somewhere in Europe. I don't know where he went, which part of Europe. I couldn't reach him. I called the secretary. Couldn't reach my boss. I want to know what my boss told me about Bruce Lee. What will happen to Bruce Lee or me? But he couldn't. I didn't hear from him. So finally, I just go to Rome, Italy, with King Hu to negotiate with Carlo Ponti to sign a new film contract in which Bruce Lee was going to work with Charles Bronson and Ingrid Bergman, my godmother, on a spaghetti kung fu film. Bruce Lee was going to be the main actor. 20th of July 1973, in the late afternoon, maybe 5 o'clock Italy time, Ingrid Bergman came looking for me. She said to me that Bruce Lee was dead. I said, you're joking. And then Charles Bronson came in and asked Ingrid Bergman, did you tell Joey what happened? He said, no, he never believed. And Charles Bronson looked at me and said, "Look, Joey, Bruce Lee is dead. Your friend Bruce Lee is already dead." So I said, "Wow." Two of them said the same thing must be the truth. And he asked the waiter behind the counter to on the TV for me to watch, and Bruce Lee was truly dead. I couldn't think of anything. I only remember those things that Bruce Lee said to me before he died. So Bruce Lee was truly dead, but I knew what happened. Two of us, Bruce Lee was a pain in the neck, but I was a bigger pain in the neck than Bruce Lee. The two of us was a pain in the neck. We were a threat, financial threat to the people who want to be super wealthy, to be rich, at the expense of our life. That's what happened. So Bruce Lee, in a way, he saved my life. He sent me on the 6th of July to Rome, Italy. If I knew that he was going to be killed, I would have stayed behind. My boss could have tell me, then I would have gone to Italy. Bruce Lee wanted King Hu to me and King Hu to go because King Hu does not know how to speak English. He only knows Chinese and broken English, and I have to be the translator for him from Chinese to English, English back to Chinese. If I got in touch with my boss, if he told me what would happen to Bruce Lee or even me, I wouldn't have gone to Italy. I don't have to go to Italy. As long as I was with Bruce Lee, that day on the 20th of July 1973, he wouldn't have died. If people want to have us dead, he has to kill the two of us. He cannot only just do it to one person. Harder to do it to two person. One person is easier. So the moment I went to Italy on the 6th of July, exactly 2 weeks later, Bruce Lee was dead. That was quick. I went to Thailand and talked to Sterling Slippen. She knows Ingrid Bergman very well. He wrote the film for Ingrid Bergman, in which Bruce Lee worked on it too. 1970, Rain in the Spring, something like that. 1970. Sterling Slippen was a student of Bruce Lee, Jiu-Jitsu student, and he was also my friend. He wrote the screenplay In the Heat of the Night. Sidney Poitier and Rod Steiger, they won 5 Academy Awards. He told me, I knew Bruce Lee very well, revealed the whole truth how Bruce Lee died. At least to be fair to the people who are interested in Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee has got many friends and fans all over the world. They should know the truth. So I said, okay, I'll find the time to do it. And then he died. Sterling Slippen died in Thailand on the 1996. I think it was March 1996. And then I went to America. Los Angeles, I met Ingrid Bergman, and then I told her more about Bruce Lee, and she said, since I know Bruce Lee so well, tell the truth about his death, just like what Sterling Sillipan told me. So I say, okay. So now is the time to tell the true story about the death of Bruce Lee. This is what I am saying now.